Hello everybody, this is the first video of the methodology for the figure eight movements. We will start with the first layer, and in order to do that I will put a few images. This one we can see the triangle with how the figure eights are done there in each dimension. Also here I want to explain what the derivation is. The derivation is something that I already explained in the classes. If anybody, I guess everybody that will receive this video already has received this information. The derivation consists in sending the information from the first layer, from the maximum past, from the present moment, and from the maximum future. We send that information back to the seventh layer in order to get a new version that the seventh layer will give us, will send us back. It's a non-linear communication, and it's a very important part of the actualization that we will do in our bodies, in our different dimensions. So it's a tool very useful for increasing our awareness as a multidimensional beings, okay? So just to be clear, that to derive means to send from the first layer all the information from past, present and future back to source, so we can receive a new version. And it's very important to do this during the day, but most of all during, just before going to sleep, okay? And then we have this picture as well. And so here we have the seventh layers. We have the physical plane, the mental plane, the physical plane, the emotional plane, the mental plane, the soul, the programming plane, the plane of collective unconscious, universal mind, the logic, the information, and we have the quantum field and the void, the emptiness, as the seventh layer. And so this little drawing with the observer with this eye in the origin is the as explanation of how the different eyes are in each point of attention. In each, from the y-axis we have seven eyes representing the 0 point, and we will start from here with the first layer. We see these little feet in the picture in the present moment, and with the alpha and omega, the alpha will be the past and the omega will be the future, the maximum future, and the alpha the maximum past. So these little feet are part of what will be the exercise that we will do right now, okay? So what we will need will be these two pieces of paper. On the left side we will have the observer of the maximum future. You can put it like this, simple. And the left side we have the observer of the maximum past. So I will do the exercise now. What you need to do is to put this in the floor. Here will be your past, maximum past, or the first layer, and the maximum future will be on the right. I will just move it a little bit more here. Okay, so starting with the exercise now. Take position in the present moment on the first layer, the first dimension, the physical plane. Visualize yourself in this present moment and bring back to your hands the maximum past in your left side. Imagine, visualize, with no emotion, with no attachment, you're just an observer that will allow this exercise. So put in your hands the maximum past from the first layer, and we will walk, starting the figure 8 movement, to the maximum future. And we will let the maximum future to do a scanning of what we have brought, the maximum past. It will be scanned by this maximum future. Just let it happen with a few breathings, 2 breaths. Then go back to the present moment and breathe. Assume this position. And from there, we will start. First layer in the present moment, in the 0 point. We will go up to the 0 point in the second layer, up, 0 point in the third layer, up, 0 point in the fourth layer, up, 0 point on the fifth layer, up, 0 point, sixth layer, up, 0 point, seventh layer. Breathe deeply. Original being, pure awareness, coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Assume this observer as your true identity, your true self. And from there, take the decision to go back to the 6th layer in the 0 point, 5th layer in the 0 point, 4th layer in the 0 point, 3rd layer in the 0 point, 2nd layer in the 0 point, 1st layer in the 0 point. Breathe deeply and let the information from the maximum future come back to you in the present moment as information. And let it come, just let it come. With a few breathings, you just let it come. You don't have to do anything. Just let it happen, absorb, fully assimilate. And there, then, you go back to the maximum past, and there you irradiate, radiate all the information, all the new information, new actualizations made from that maximum future connected to source. Just let it happen. You can draw in your mind the word allow. Allow the process. Breathe deeply. And from there, go back to the first layer and the 0 point, the present moment. From there, go up to the 0 point in the second layer, 0 point in the third layer, 0 point in the fourth layer, 0 point in the fifth layer, 0 point in the sixth layer, and 0 point in the seventh layer. Breathe deeply. Original being, coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Assume that as your true self. Original self. Emptiness. From there, take the decision of going back to the sixth layer, 0 point sixth layer, 0 point fifth layer, 0 point fourth layer, 0 point third layer, 0 point second layer, 0 point first layer. Breathe deeply. And now do the exercise again. Put in your hands, symbolically, the observer or the maximum past of the first layer, plus the kernel or the seed of the program of the survival mode in this first layer. Put it in your hands. And we will walk the infinite walk, the figure 8 path, and we will leave that information in the maximum future that is connected to Source. And do the scanning. Let the scanning happening. Let that observer of the maximum future scan all that information from the past. Just let it happen and breathe. Fully open. Two or three breathings is enough. And then go back to the present moment. 0.1. We go up 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Breathe fully. Seventh layer, original being. Totally coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Assume that position as your true self, pure awareness, and from there decide to go back to the 0 point in the sixth layer, 0.5 layer, 0 point fourth layer, 0 point fourth layer, 0 point third layer, 0.2 second layer, 0 point first layer. Breathe deeply, and from there receive all the information that your maximum future has already scanned. Just let it come with a few breathings. You allow it to happen. Let it happen, just receive. And once you have received all that information in your receptor of the present moment, walk the infinity walk to the maximum past, and then allow and radiate. Radiate like a sun, radiate, emit that information, that new information from the future back into the past. Radiate, radiate, radiate. A few breathings. From the present moment, again 0.1, go up to the second dimension. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Original being, coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Pure awareness. Assume that as your true self, and with that decide to go back to the 0.6 layer, 0.5, 0.2, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Breathe deeply. And now, if there's any issue that you want to put, you can do the exercise again. With the maximum past, you put the maximum past, you put the kernel of the survival mode, the survival programming, you put it again in your hands, and also you can put any issue you might have. Doesn't matter if it's mental conflict, emotional conflict, or physical conflict, doesn't really matter. Just put the image of the conflict in your hands and do the process again, okay? I will do it now, again. I will put it in my hands and go back to the present, go to the future, leave it. Present moment, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Original being, coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Allow that as your true being. And go back to the 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. From there, receive all the information that already has been scanned by the future. Allow it, receive it, and then go back to the past, maximum past, and radiate, radiate, radiate all that information. Allow it to transform, allow it to transfigure. Once it happened, go back to the present moment. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Original being connected to source. Totally present. Coherent and cohesive with all the elements of the universe. Assume that as your true self, and from there decide to go back to the 6th layer, 0 point, 5th layer in the 0 point, 4th layer in the 0 point, 3rd layer in the 0 point, 2nd layer in the 0 point, 1st layer in the 0 point. Now breathe. Assume that position as pure awareness back in the 1st dimension, and now put your hands like balancing. Imagine the figure 8 just as a flux occurring right now, because the exercise has already been done. And now you put your hands and calibrate past, present and future from this position. Calibrate, past, present and future are now being calibrated by the source. If there's any dizziness or any heaviness, you can do the exercise again. And if not, just rest. Okay, so this is the exercise. This is perfect before going to bed as well. And you can do it twice, the exercise. In this example, I did it 3 times, but just we can do it 2 times and it's enough. And then you calibrate. You can contact me with any issue, with any questions, and just let you know that I'm here to answer them. So thank you very much. Remember that also is very important to derive, to send all that information back to source again every day, and just you will do many changes. This exercise, this methodology works by itself, so don't expect any solution or any healing. Don't expect anything, but just let yourself be transformed by it, and also just remember that you are the observer, just letting the information flow. With that, thank you very much, and enjoy the exercise. Thank you so much.